Right folks, well, first test of this microphone and we'll see how it goes. We're off to Galashields to do a little bit shopping. Another beautiful day here in Burness, but there is rain forecast. And for some reason my visor doesn't seem to be going right down. And I keep looking for a 7th gear, sorry, a 6th gear, and there isn't one on the wing. I've just passed Burness village on the left hand side here folks. Beautiful scenery as you can see up this regional valley. The young lambs in the field are getting quite a bit larger now. Cliff house on the left hand side, just below the dam. Cliff Manor, as they like to call it. On the left hand side just here you'll see Cliff Reservoir, just about now. There's a stunning bit of scenery there. It was hand dug, that reservoir. A few people lost their lives when they were digging it. They've got a memorandum in the St Francis's Church next door to Rose Cottage there on the Pennine Way that we've just passed. We'll get past the reservoir up into the quarter and then drop down into Scotland. Dave's little bungalow on the right hand side there, the local shepherd. Few clouds in the sky, getting a bit duller, but we'll see how it goes. White Nemo on the left hand side there folks, up there, belongs to the Northumberland Wildlife Trust. Lots of feral goats on there. There's Bob Highmarsh there and he's quad, I don't know if you can quite see him. He's gathering, he's herding, bringing the sheep across towards the shed. See them moving across the field down here. Yeah, he's taking them up towards the shed. There's a shed down there. I think they're maybe going to separate the mums from the blams soon, like, so I might get a start a bit. We're climbing up the Carter Bar now, folks, the Scottish border. Apologise for my head moving around quite a bit, but there's an awful lot to see. It's beautiful scenery. But I know the road anyway, so and I know what it looks like. I'm just trying to show you on the camera. Mr. GPS seems to be very cautious, which is understandable if he doesn't know the road. Well, he's wanting me to go past him, but I'm certainly not going to do that anyway. He's slowing right down to 40 miles an hour. Of course, he'll be taking in the scenery as well. If he's obviously touristy, because it is beautiful. Wipe the camera there, folks, because there's an awful lot of bug gets splattered on this and I keep forgetting to wipe it. There's a right, this is the Scottish border, folks. This is the Carter Bar. Welcome to Scotland. There you go, Scottish borders. And the scenery over here is absolutely stunning again, as you can see, being so high up. Get down nice little twisty hairpinny bends here, going down off the Carter into dropping into Scotland. I really don't know how much wind noise, or in fact bike noise, this microphone picks up on my helmet, because before I've just been relying on the microphones on the GoPros, and they do pick up obviously an awful lot of wind noise. I'm going to have to take my time here because he's been really cautious, which is understandable. Lovely bends, these are absolutely beautiful. Just check the remote there to make sure we were still recording. This is a nice tight little one as well, as you can see. Go past this guy. Right folks, we'll sign off. I'll come back in a bit later. Well, hello folks, we're back again. We're just going to be dropping into Jedburgh very soon, but I thought I'd come back on and try a bit more of this microphone out. Let's get around this corner. Beachley on the right hand side down here, there's usually quite a few llamas. You've got a few llamas in these little paddock at the front usually. Up there, I can see them there. There they are. Can you see them, folks? Hello there. What's the lady walking like doggies? Ferrinhurst Castle. Never been up there to see what it's like. This is the site of the old Jed Forest. There's one remaining tree from the old Jed Forest, which is the capon tree, which will be passing up here on the left hand side, which is the last remaining survivor of the ancient forest. And that's it there, the capon tree. Jedburgh's a lovely little town. Mary Queen of Scots house is here, where she lived for a wee while, a little while. Also, of course, Jedburgh Abbey, which is must have been extremely grand in its day. You know, wouldn't it be lovely just to, if they had the technology of cameras and whatever them days and video, and you could see what actually happened. Whoop, somebody's flagging me down here, so somebody must be moving. No, he must be broken down or something, but we shall see. Well, they're unloading, that's why. Unloading a cherry picker, believe it or not. What's the matter with this place? Don't know why the visor's not going down correctly. This is Jedburgh, folks. There's the Abbey straight in front of you, and there's another big wagon with a big load on. That's a 360 on that one, but yeah, Jedburgh now, folks. Nice little swimming pool on the right hand side there, which we'll go to frequently. Beautiful. Crossing the Jed, the river. It's Tuesday the 12th of June and it's just turned 7 minutes past 10. That's according to the radio in my ear, of course. Mary Queen of Scots house on the left hand side. I don't think we'll be able to see it, but there it is, folks. It's free entry there if anybody fancies a trip to Jedburgh and have a look around. It's well worth it if you're going past this way. I think it's quite a nice little place. Parking's free, Wi-Fi's free, access to the house is free, but you have to pay to use the toilet, 30p. Which is something, obviously, the Scottish Government decided to bring into force a year ago, I think it was, maybe, where they would charge everybody to use the public convenience, which I find a bit of a disgrace, to be honest with you. Because people can't, people got no money and they're dying for the toilet. Well, you know what happens next, don't you? and they're the cause of it by charging for it to use its facilities. Now I bet their council tax still goes up and the services come down, but all the chiefs are still employed. Doesn't take much working out that one, does it? Corruption. We're alright, Jack, we're going to keep a job, but you're going to get less services and you're going to pay more money. How about that? Right, that was Jedburgh, folks. We'll sign off now and we'll see you at St Boswell's. Now, going to be dropping down into St Boswell's, folks. There's the Iron Hills to the left there. St Cuthbert used to walk across those to across to Lindisfarne Island on the coast. The dedication for you. Instead of walking round, he walked over the top of them. And there's a track, a footpath still there for people to walk across. We've been following this motorhome towing a little tow car for quite a while now, but the state, well, not the road conditions, but the type of road, it makes it extremely hard to get past them safely, because there's not a lot of straight stretches, lots of curves, lots of bends, I mean, and of course lots of speed cameras, because we're all in Scotland. Sawmill on the right hand side here. You make sheds, of course, and things like that, dog kennels, sheds, whatever you want, they'll make it for you. Whoops, and these road surfaces quite bad. I don't know if the camera picks it up like, but I'm trying to ride up the ridge in the centre with a high spot. It's almost as bad as, almost the same as doing a bit of green lane, and where stay out the ruts and stay in the centre if you can. The high spot in the centre, of course. Itch on the top of my nose there, folks. Just clean the camera and make sure there's no buggies on it for you. Another speed camera just in front of this wagon on the left here, of course. It's there, it is, you see. Quite conveniently placed so you cannot see it when there's something parked, big and parked in that lay-by. We're going to be dropping into St Boswell's now, well, going through the top of St Boswell's, and we're actually going to be into the village as such. Do a bit of spring cleaning there, or summer cleaning. There's an electric ride there at the back, foreign as well. Hey, he's got his coat on. he's blinking, walking along the fence line there, guarding his territory. I'm sorry if the visor's in front of it, or up near the camera, it's just I need some bit of fresh air here, because it gets a bit stuffy with the visor down, even though it's not shutting fully for some reason. Galway meeting tonight. Never been to quite a few meetings because we live 62 miles away from it, but I think we're going to take a trip down there tonight. And if you look on the right hand side, I don't know if you'll be able to see through the trees and that, but that's actually the donkey sanctuary. Donkeys, they've got a few llamas in there as well, actually, I've just noticed. But Elaine loves the donkeys, so unfortunately well, being this time of year, the hedgerows are in full leaf, so you cannot really see through them. No sign, cannot see any. Nope, there's a few up there, but cannot see them, just see the backs of them. The visor down, we're going to be going out to St. Boswell's now. The next place we'll go through, well actually the next place we'll be in is probably Galashields, but we'll go across the top of Melrose, we'll not go through Melrose. Melrose is another beautiful little village, town, village, whatever you want to call it, but it is extremely pretty. If you ever look, have a look. Right folks, I'll see you when we get up near Galashields. Right, we're back online folks. That's another big crane on the side of the road there. And these safe triangle, they must have broke down. Oh, what a shame. Have to sit there on a little park bench waiting for his assistance. This is Galashields folks, where the shops are. It's about 26 miles from home. It's a nice little ride up or a drive up. There's nearest decent shopping place from home. We've got a Asda, we've got a Tesco, all the other normal supermarket type shops. B&Q, McDonald's, so it's a fair little size. Most of it's very pretty, it's a very pretty place as well, Galashields, but there's some run down areas in Galashields, unfortunately. But I suppose it's the same everywhere you go, really. Get there, that gets a bit run down and it's just deteriorate. Mr. Policeman. I've seen they've got two different languages on, police, and they've got it in Polish as well, or whatever. Or it tells you what the country's becoming. Although I suppose it is for the foreign lorry drivers and what have you. Obviously, it's easier for them to identify a police vehicle, but I'm sure they understand what police actually means, like. It's last down in front of us on the Border Railway, which has not long been reopened. This goes along the back there, in the back of the car park. A few cars around today, I mean. Bit of a surprise. Is it going? I don't know where she's going. Is that indicator on and changed her mind? We're down here. Oh, no, we're not. We'll go down the next one. Because we're going to park on the footpath where we usually park. Because there's absolutely no motorcycle beers here. So I'll park here. I might pull it a bit further away from that beer. Well, that's us at last, folks. Signing off. Catch you in a bit. Well, we're going out as of now. We've done the shopping. We're going to get some fuel before we go over the bump. Right, that's us in the fuel station. Be back soon. Right, that's us fueled up on my way home when we get out of here. Well. How come I've got any flipper pack, man? Why don't I flip it button? Well, I've been faffing on there trying to get the iPod to play. but it's not, for some reason it's not communicating. Well, we're on way home, folks. Sorry about all that messing around there, because it's still on camera. But we're going up to Galashields now. So across the bridge here, and the river. I think it'll probably be the Treviate. I'm not quite sure mine, but I think it's a Treviate. Treviate, something like that. Got to sign off here on this thing and I'll come back soon. Yeah, I'll come back on again. We're still not back on the A68 yet, but we're heading out to Galashields. Quite overcast now, but still no rain, thank goodness. I really hope this microphone's working, and I hope it is picking up the bike sound as well, because it'd be pretty bad if you just have to listen to my dull voice all the time. Timodium Roman fort site. This must be nearly about as far as what the Romans have got. Actually, I don't think they went any much further than this. I'm sure it couldn't have lasted long this day, because this is 70 miles north of the wall, so there must have been an outpost, a real far outpost. Roadworks there. This is the A68, folks. Left's Edinburgh, right is back to Jedburgh, and we will be going right. Oh, there's a few bikes there. How much wind noise this microphone's picking up. I hope it's not picking up much. Newton St Boswell's local facilities to the right. Lots of speed cameras in Scotland, of course. Going to be going, there's a garden centre on the right there, Milestone, and then on the left is Elaine's Donkey Sanctuary. Oh, there's a few donkeys there, a couple there you can see. but the hedges are that full now with leaf, you cannot actually see through them, because you can see through them and see them clearly in the fields before. Up there's some there. Oh yes, there's a few there. We'll be going back through St. Boswell's now. I've got an itch on my cheek floor. Oh. Just check the camera lens again as well for bugs. Right folks, I'll be back soon. Yeah, we're coming back on for another go with this microphone. I've got some music on in the headset, so I'll just leave the volume up and see if the microphone's picking any of this up. This is mainly just a real test on this microphone, because as I say, I've never spoke to anything apart from shouting to the camera microphones if it's been on my chin. This one's on the top of my helmet, so without the microphone in, it doesn't really pick up my voice. I know I hear you all say thank God for that, we don't have to listen to his gob all the time, but never mind, I'm still going to talk because that's what I do. This is a lovely bit of road, you know, when it's clear, when you're not held up on it. It is really good. Another bike. Get round, whoops, bit of a shimmy there. What's that, whatever it is. Some parts of this road, like the A68, is really badly surfaced, like it really needs sorting out. The roads in this country are absolutely atrocious. The fill potholes, as soon as there's a bit of frost again, they're out again, so it's false economy. The only way to do it is to cut the surface off and to resurface it. But then again, councils aren't known for the brightness, really, like. It all looks good, all we've filled in so many potholes, but they'll do it again the following year. So they're wasting money, they're wasting the taxpayers' money. Anyhow, that's enough of my political rant. I hate talking about politics anyway. We're going to be going through Bon Jedward. There we go, Bon Jedward. How about that? And Elaine thinks this is where Jedward came from. Or maybe she was just joking at the time, of course. back into Jedburgh now, folks. I had a bit of condensation between the pin lock and my visor actually before on the way up. I didn't realise what it was at first, but it was because when we came back from Alnwick Garden on Sunday, from a ride out Alnwick Gardens, it absolutely threw it down and we got absolutely drenched. So some of the water must have found its way between the pin lock and the visor. But it cleared up quite quickly. But it was that heavy. That's the first time that's ever happened. I mean, riding the rain all the time, no matter what the weather, to be honest with you. But it really come down. It was hard to see actually. You couldn't see 20 foot in front of you. Not even that. There we go, in to Jedburgh. After these few cars here at this garage, there's a left turn there, and that's the Camping and Caravan Club site in Jedburgh. Across the little bridge there, just up there. Obviously you've got the Edinburgh Woolen Mill there and the Jedburgh Woolen Mill. Popular place for the cafes for a drink. I really hope this microphone isn't picking up this radio channel that I've got playing away in my ears. I'll turn it down a bit. Another motorbiker. Yeah, I need some. Very pleasant of them to say hello. You know, it costs nothing to be polite to each other, like. But saying that, I would say probably a good 70 to 80% do respond, or say acknowledge you there. Out of 100%, I would say probably 80% do. Yet the other 20% are just not interested. Grass is all nicely cut here. I was reading something in a paper about the Borders Council's cut back quite a bit, and they've gone to pot a bit with looking after the grounds and the green and whatever, but it's not too bad here. But I mean, it really is. Jedburgh was always a very pretty place, always very well looked after. But they definitely have slacked a bit to what they used to do with cut back on what they were doing. They haven't lost any staff apparently, but they've cut back on what they're doing. So that's a bit interesting. Although it doesn't really bother me because I don't live in Scotland, I live in Northumberland, in England, just the other side of the border. And we're lucky if Northumberland County Council comes up the side of the road and trims it once a year. That's how good Northumberland County Council is. Here again, I'm back talking political things again with local government and whatever. Wow. I must apologise. Get back to riding the bike. No. Get back to talking about the bike. Oh. Mr. Discovery's going right to Ponchester Bridge, as he's going up to Hundley. I think he's going up to Hundley. Hundley, yes he is. Oh wait a minute, so I don't have to put my feet down. Thank you very much. Oh, no, gonna have to. Checking the remote there to see if we're still recording. There we are. We'll sign off, I'll come back soon. Bye for now. I think they're doing a bit of maintenance work somewhere along here because of all the signs up. Slow vehicle, well, they're doing something along the verge. Goodness knows where they are, eh? Speed camera down here on the left though. There we go. Hello. Reduce speed now, single file traffic. So I think they're going to be right on the bends. According to that, I think they're getting carried away on them, so yep, exactly where they are. And that's good because he's sitting on the floor and there's nobody controlling the traffic. Flipper, eh? No, isn't that strange, folks? This is a bad road surface is shocking here, like. Well, I'll be back soon, folks. Bye for now. Going back up the Carter now, folks. Not long before we're back in England. Well, back into Northumberland. Just over the border. Mr. Baker. Slow down here because it's a foreign wagon. That's actually with that 360 on the back. And if you've been and picked it up with boat, it's a big bend, and that's quite a. That must be quite heavy because there's a bend in that flatbed, like. Oh, Jesus. Them wheels are really down as well. Wow. They must be on the bump stops there. I bet he's overweight, like, look at the bend in that. I think he needs to be weighed, like. He's definitely overweight, like. Oh yeah, man. past them. He's definitely overweight, like. Water viewpoint, the corner bar. I cannot wait for a cup of coffee. Go folks, across the border, back in good old Northumberland. Yeehaw! I'm going to let the camera run because it's quite a nice little drop down off the quarter into Northumberland. Get round this corner, son. There we go. And this one. There's the tackle reservoir. Oh hey, Mr. Tractor Man. Yeehaw. He's going to do a bit spreading there. A bit spreading or something up. Unusual, no? I thought you would have been cutting off the side over here, like silage. That's a reed, the head of the river reed there, you can see. And there's a logging wagon going to pull out of this rightly more on the right hand side here. You can see if he pulls out in front of her because they're just doesn't care, these buggers like. He's waiting. He's not even in the car, unless these bleakers going up because they've got built-in bleakers when they're overweight. I'm sure he'll not be overweight because I'm sure he'll have checked and put it on. Of course, unless he's got his bleaker disconnected, of course. Reservoir on the right. Check for flies on the camera lens again. Bugs on the lens. Well, there you go. through Burness now and nearly home. And there's the motivator. Yep, there's St Francis's Church on the right and Elaine's place, Rose Cottage. That looks like Elaine's car. Can it be? Oh, and here we go, back at the old ranch. Oop, there we go. Let's take it easy around here, and we'll just stop here. Stand down. Right folks, thanks very much. See you on the flip side.